I am. Those two words, the most powerful creative force in the universe, the quantum command that collapses reality, the declaration that precedes all manifestation. And you're using them wrong. Every single day. You're using the most powerful creative tool in existence to create the exact reality you're trying to escape. I am broke. I am alone. I am stuck. I am tired. I am not enough. I am struggling. Every time you say I am followed by limitation, you're issuing a command to the quantum field. You're declaring your identity. You're collapsing infinite possibilities into ONE specific reality. And the quantum field, it has no choice but to obey. Because I am is a God state, the creative frequency, the power that organizes reality around your declaration. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why I am is the most powerful creative force, how you've been using it to manifest what you don't want, what happens when you shift your I am declarations, and how to use these two words to manifest from the God state instead of from limitation. But I need to warn you, this is going to challenge everything you think you know about who you are, because your entire identity, everything you think of as you, is just a collection of I am statements you've been repeating for years. I am an anxious person. I am not good with money. I am unlucky in love. I am just not that type of person. These aren't truths. These are declarations. And declarations create. They don't describe reality. They determine reality. And the moment you understand this, the moment you realize that your I am statements are commands, not descriptions, you gain access to the most powerful manifestation tool that exists. The ability to rewrite your identity, to redeclare who you are, to command a different reality through the creative power of I am. Are you ready? Because this is Quantum Pathway. And we're about to show you how to use the two most powerful words in the universe to manifest from the God state. The state where you don't BG for reality to change. You command it to change through the creative power of I am. Let me show you exactly why I am holds such enormous creative power. And this goes deeper than positive thinking. This is quantum mechanics. In the beginning of creation, stories across virtually every spiritual tradition, you find the same pattern. God speaks and reality forms. Let there be light. And there was light. The word creates. Consciousness commands. Being manifests. And when God reveals himself to Moses in the burning bush, what does he say? I am that I am. Not I will be. Not I was. I am. Present tense. Eternal. Being itself. The name of God is I am. The creative force of the universe identifies itself as I am. And here's what most people miss. When you say I am, you're not describing yourself. You're naming yourself. You're declaring your identity to the quantum field. And identity is the most powerful creative force that exists. Because a quantum field organizes everything around your identity. Your identity determines what you observe. What you observe determines what collapses from possibility into reality. What collapses into reality becomes your experience. So your identity, defined by your I am statements, is literally creating your reality moment by moment. Let me explain this using quantum mechanics. In quantum physics, the observer collapses the wave function. Observation determines which possibility becomes reality. But WHO is the observer, your identity, your sense of I am. When you say I am abundant, you're not hoping to become abundant. You're declaring the identity of the observer. And the observer who is abundant can only collapse realities that match abundance. It's physics. When you say, I am powerful, you're not affirming a future state. You're being powerful now. And the observer who is powerful collapses different possibilities than the observer who believes they are powerless. Same field, same infinite possibilities, different observer, different collapse reality. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Your I am statements AIE your frequency. They are the vibration you emit. They are the energy signature that the quantum field reads and reflects. I am is not description. It's declaration. It's command. It's the creative force that determines which version of reality you experience. And here's why this is so powerful and so dangerous at the same time. Powerful. You can change your entire reality by changing your I am statements. You don't need to change circumstances. You need to change your identity, your declarations, your sense of who you are. Dangerous. You've been unconsciously declaring limiting identity for years. I am not enough. I am always struggling. I am bad at this. And every declaration has been creating that reality, reinforcing it, making it more solid. Most people use I am to describe their current circumstances. I am broke because I have no money. But that's backwards. You have no money because you declared, I am broke. The declaration came first. The circumstance followed. Because circumstances are effects of identity, not causes of identity. You think you say, I am tired because you feel tired. But you feel tired because you keep declaring, I am tired. The declaration creates the state. The state creates the experience. This is the power of I am. It's not describing reality. It's commanding reality. It's issuing instructions to the quantum field about which possibilities to collapse into your experience. And the field obeys. Always. Perfectly. Precisely. Because I am is a God state. The creative frequency. The command that cannot be ignored. So if I am is the most powerful creative command, why isn't your life amazing? Why are you still struggling? Why haven't you manifested everything you desire? Because you've been using I am to reinforce limitation instead of to create freedom. Let me show you the specific ways you've been misusing this power. Mistake 1. Describing circumstances instead of declaring identity. You say, I am broke when you look at your bank account. I am alone when you're single. I am stuck when things aren't moving. But those are circumstances, temporary conditions. They are not who you are unless you make them who you are through your I am declaration. When you say, I am broke, you're not describing your bank account. You're declaring your identity. You're telling the quantum field, this is who I am. This is my frequency. This is what I expect. And the field responds, understood. You AIE broke. Here are more circumstances to match that identity. You keep experiencing broke because you keep declaring, I am broke. Not the other way around. Mistake 2, using I am with fear statements. I am scared. I am worried. I am anxious. I am stressed. Every time you say this, you're not just acknowledging a temporary emotion. You're claiming it as your identity. You're saying this is me. This is who I am. And the more you claim fear as your identity, the more the quantum field gives you circumstances that create fear, because it's matching your declared identity. You could say, I notice fear, or fear is present, or I'm experiencing anxiety. These acknowledge the emotion without making it your identity. But I am scared makes fear who you are, and who you are is what you experience. Always. Mistake 3, repeating limiting identity statements. I am not a morning person. I am not good with numbers. I am not creative. I am not the type who succeeds easily. These seem like innocent observations, but they are identity declarations. And every time you repeat them, you strengthen that identity. You make it more solid, more real, more permanent. And the quantum field organizes your reality around these declarations. It filters out opportunities that would contradict your claimed identity. It filters in circumstances that confirm your claimed identity. You don't get the creative opportunity because I am not creative. You don't get the financial breakthrough because I am not good with money. You don't get the early morning insight because I am not a morning person. Your I am not statements are just as powerful as your I am statements. They are still declarations, still commands, still creating your reality. Mistake 4, making temporary states permanent identities. I am depressed. I am sick. I am a failure. I am broken. These might describe how you feel right now. But when you say I am, you make them permanent. You make them identity. You make them who you are instead of what you're experiencing. Depression is a state. Sickness is a condition. Failure is an event. Brokenness is a story. But when you say, I am depressed, you're not in a temporary state of depression. You AIE depression. It's your identity. And identity is what the quantum field makes permanent in your reality. You could say, I feel depressed today, or I'm experiencing depression. These acknowledge the state without claiming it as eternal identity. But I am depressed locks it in, makes it who you are. And who you AIE is what you keep experiencing. Mistake 5, using I am unconsciously. This is the deadliest mistake. You don't even notice most of your I am statements. They are automatic, habitual, unconscious. I am so stupid. I am such a mess. I am the worst. I am always late. I am so forgetful. You throw these out casually, in conversation, in your internal dialogue, in moments of frustration, but every single one is a command to the quantum field, a declaration of identity, a creative instruction about what reality to manifest. And because you're not conscious of them, you can't change them. You keep issuing the same limiting commands, creating the same limiting reality, wondering why nothing changes. These are the mistakes. These are how you've been using the most powerful creative tool to create limitation instead of freedom. But now you know, and knowing changes everything. Now let me show you how to use I am correctly, how to harness a creative power to manifest from the God state instead of from limitation. Here's the method. Step 1. Audit your current I am statements. For the next 24 hours, notice every time you say I am out loud or in your mind. Write them down, all of them. I am tired. I am frustrated. I am bad at this. I am not ready. I am overwhelmed. Don't judge them, just collect them, because you can't change what you're not aware of. This audit will shock you. You'll realize you've been issuing dozens of limiting identity commands every single day, and everyone has been creating your reality. Step 2. Revoke the limiting declarations. Now you're going to revoke the limiting I am statements. You're going to cancel their creative power. Go through your list. For each limiting statement, say, I revoke this declaration. This is not who I am. This is not my identity. I release this command. You're telling the quantum field, disregard previous instructions. That declaration is canceled, no longer valid. This is important. You can't just ignore the old declarations. You have to actively revoke them, cancel them, release their power. Step 3. Declare your true identity. Now comes the creative part. You're going to issue new I am declarations. From the God state, from your highest self, from who you're choosing to be. Not who you've been, not who circumstances say you are, who you're declaring yourself to be right now. I am abundant. I am powerful. I am love. I am creative. I am successful. I am free. I am worthy. I am enough. These aren't affirmations. These aren't wishes. These are identity declarations, commands to the quantum field, creative instructions about who you are and what reality to manifest. Step 4. Embody the declaration. But here's the key. You can't just say the words. You have to embody them. You have to feel them in your body. You have to become them energetically. When you say, I am abundant, feel what abundance feels like in your body. How does abundance you breathe? How does abundance you move? How does abundance you choose? Embody it. Make it somatic. Make it physical. Because the quantum field doesn't respond to words. It responds to frequency. And frequency is felt, not thought. Step 5. Live from the new identity. Now you live from your new declarations. Every choice, every moment, every decision. When you're about to make a choice, ask, what would I do if I am abundant? If I am powerful? If I am worthy? And then DO that. Not because you're pretending. Because you've declared it. You've claimed it. It is your identity now. So you live from it. Step 6. Reject contradictory identities. Old patterns will try to pull you back. Circumstances will tempt you to declare limitation again. I am so broke right now. Stop. Catch yourself. Reject that declaration. Instead, I notice temporary financial constraint, but I am abundant. That's my identity. That's my truth. You acknowledge the circumstance without making it your identity. Huge difference. Step 7. Repeat until it's automatic. This isn't a one-time thing. This is practice. Daily. Moment by moment. Conscious use of I am. Every time you catch a limiting I am, you stop, revoke, redeclare. I am so tired. Stop. I revoke that. I am energized. I am vitality. I am life force. Again and again and again until your new declarations become automatic, until they replace the old programming, until they become your default identity. And when that happens, when your I am declarations consistently claim power instead of limitation, abundance instead of scarcity, love instead of fear, your reality shifts, not gradually, rapidly, because you're finally using the creative command correctly. You're finally manifesting from the God state, the state where you don't beg. You command through the power of I am. Let me tell you what happens when you truly master the I am command. When you consistently declare your identity from the God state instead of from limitation, you stop being a victim. When you understand that your I am statements create your reality, you can never be a victim again, because you're not at the mercy of circumstances. You're the creator of circumstances through your declarations. Bad things might happen, but you don't say I am a victim. You say I am resilient. I am powerful. I am someone who transforms challenges into opportunities. And that identity creates a different reality than victim identity creates. You stop waiting for permission. When you declare, I am worthy, you're not waiting for someone else to make you worthy. You're not waiting to earn worthiness. You're claiming it. Now, through the creative power of I am successful doesn't wait for success to arrive. It declares success as current identity. And that identity attracts the circumstances that match success. You stop waiting. You start being. And being creates having. You access instant transformation. Identity change used to take years of therapy, healing, shadow work. But when you understand I am as creative command, transformation can be instant. One moment you're declaring I am broken. The next moment you revoke that and declare I am whole. And in that moment, your identity shifts. Your frequency shifts. Your reality begins to reorganize. Not eventually, immediately, because identity shift is quantum. It's discontinuous. It's not gradual improvement. It's instant redefinition. You stop negotiating with reality. When you know you're creating through I am, you stop trying to convince reality to change. You stop negotiating, begging, hoping. You command, I am abundant. Period. Not I hope to be, or I'm trying to be, or I deserve to be. I am, present tense, done, declared, commanded, and the quantum field responds to command from the God state. It doesn't respond to negotiations. It responds to declarations. You become the authority in your reality. When you master I am, you're no longer subject to other people's opinions about who you are. No longer defined by circumstances. No longer limited by history. You become the authority, the definer, the creator of your own identity, which means the creator of your own reality. Because identity determines reality. Always has. Always will. This is a God state. This is what happens when you use I am correctly. Not as description, as creation, as command, as power. If you're ready to stop using I am to create limitation and start using it to manifest from the God state, this is your moment. Subscribe to Quantum Pathway. This is where we teach you to use a creative power that's been yours all along. The power of identity, the power of declaration, the power of I am. And in the comments, I want you to do something powerful. Write TWO declarations. 1. Old identity revocation. I revoke. I'm underscore underscore underscore. 2. New identity declaration. I am underscore underscore underscore. Example. I revoke. I am not enough. I am complete, whole, and abundant. This isn't casual. This is a public declaration. You're issuing a command to the quantum field, in front of witnesses, with accountability, with power, Write both. Revoke the old. Declare the new. Command your reality. And then for the next 30 days, live from your new declaration. Catch every old I am statement. Revoke it. Replace it. Until the new identity becomes automatic. And come back in 30 days. Come to this comment section and report what shifted when you stopped declaring limitation and started declaring from the God state. Because your transformation will prove to others that I am is not just words. It's creative power. It's quantum command. It's the God state in action. Write it now. Revoke the old. Declare the new. Command your reality. Do it now. Before we close, I need to give you a warning. Because I am is power. Real power. Creative power. And power requires responsibility. Every I am statement you make is a command. It will create. It will manifest. The quantum field will respond. So use this power consciously. Use it intentionally. Use it responsibly. Don't declare I am statements in anger that you'll regret. Don't claim identities in frustration that limit you. Don't issue commands carelessly that create realities you don't want. Every I am counts. Every declaration creates. Every command manifests. So before you say I am, pause. Ask yourself, is this who I want to be? Is this the identity I want to claim? Is this the reality I want to create? Because once you declare it, the quantum field begins organizing reality around it. Immediately, powerfully, precisely. This isn't a game. This isn't positive thinking. This is creative force. This is God's state manifestation. This is power. Use it wisely. Use it consciously. Use it to create freedom, not limitation. Love, not fear. Abundance, not scarcity. Power, not victimhood. You have the creative force of the universe in 2 words. I am. Use it like the God you are. So here we are. You now understand the power of I am. The creative command. The identity declaration. The quantum instruction that determines your reality. And you have the method for using it correctly. Audit. Revoke. Declare. Embody. Live. Reject contradictions. Repeat. So the only question is, who are you? Not who have you been. Not who do circumstances say you are. Who are you declaring yourself to be right now? Because that declaration, that's what becomes real. That's what the quantum field organizes around. That's what manifests in your reality. So choose consciously. Choose powerfully. Choose from the God state. I am abundant. I am powerful. I am loved. I am free. I am creator. I am enough. I am that I am. This is Quantum Pathway, where we teach you to use a creative power you've always had. The power of identity. The power of declaration. The power of the 2 most powerful words in the universe. I am. You're not describing yourself. You're creating yourself. You're not reporting your reality. You're commanding your reality. Through the God state. Through I am. So who are you? Declare it. Command it. Become it. And watch reality reorganize around your power. Because you're not who you've been. You're who you declare you are. Starting now. With 2 words. I am. Now go create your reality. From the God state. I am.